èrè ara mi kò lè rí ìlú ẹ̀ gbàgbà kalẹ̀. Ògún mọ́ láti ìlú Ìbàdàn, kò wọ ṣòkòtò kẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ìjà. Ó ṣe kùtù méje, ọmọ Ìbàdàn gbàgbé rẹ̀. Kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ ṣẹta òní gbàgbé ọmọ Yorùbá sọ fún mi o. Yorùbá ní sọ̀lá fẹ́, ọmọ Yorùbá o. Mi ò lè wá fún o, kò lè róye bàbá ẹ̀ jẹ́. Gbogbo mọ̀ṣọ́ tẹ́ ń gbọ́, ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ Ògún lọ́lá ni. Ògèdègbé agbógun kóró, tilẹ̀ Ìjẹ̀ṣà òkun. Tìmí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ọlọ́fà iná, Haúsá òkun. Mọ́remí nílùú Ilé Ifẹ̀, obìnrin takuntakun ni. Akọni lóòbí Yorùbá, àwa lọmọ Odùduwà. Kí ló dé tá à ń ṣe bí òjò Yorùbá o? Yorùbá ní sọ̀lá fẹ́, ọmọ Yorùbá o. Mi ò lè wá bò, kò lè róye bàbá ẹ̀ jẹ́. Mi ò lè wá kú o, kò lè róye bàbá ẹ̀ jẹ́. Mi ò lè wá kú o, kò lè róye bàbá ẹ̀ jẹ́. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún, wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ọwọ́ méjèèjì fẹ́ nìkan ṣoṣo. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Pòfẹ́sọ̀ Bánjí Akíntóyè ni. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Alànà fún ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Akíntóyè sì fi bàbá Yorùbá. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń gbé. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin. Ìgbòho Sunday ọmọ Adéyẹmọ. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ọkọ̀ tó yọ̀ sí ọkọ̀ rọ́pò. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Bàbá Dámilọ́lá bàbá Roland. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Bàbá Yọ̀mídé máa báṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Aládìsá akíkanjú ọkùnrin. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Májàlá ọkùnmọ́ sì bí. Wáyẹlẹ́ni ẹgbẹ̀rún èèyàn. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ọmọ Adéyẹmọ arógun má sojo. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń gbé. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Kó ìjínigbà máa báṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ọláyọ̀mí kò fowó ṣayé. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ọlákúnlé kò fọlá sọ̀rọ̀. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Kó ìjínigbà nílùú lọ́dọ̀ ni. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ọmọ alájà káwa kálítù. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Kọrin fún. Ìdípọ̀tẹ̀ níjẹ̀bú Òde. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ìmùlẹ̀ Sunday ọmọdé yẹn. White Lion máa báṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń ṣe túwálé fún. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ṣọlá kò gbọdọ̀ kú máa báṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Ìyá Jagun ẹkú iṣẹ́ gidi. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. Àṣàkẹ́ ti fi máa báṣẹ́ rẹ̀ lọ. Wáyẹlẹ́ni à ń kọrin fún. aṣíwájú. Wọ́n yẹ lẹ́ni à ń torí fún. Yorùbá ni mí, Yorùbá ni mí, èmi ò ní kọ́lá fèdè kéde. Yorùbá ni mí, kọ́lá fèdè kéde. Yorùbá ni mí, ilé Haúsá ó kó wà lọ́tọ̀. Yorùbá ni mí, ilé Ìgbò kó wà lọ́tọ̀. Yorùbá ni mí, ilé Yorùbá ó kó wà lọ́tọ̀. Yorùbá ni mí, onídàákáwá múlù ẹ̀kọ́. Yorùbá ni mí, má fi ajá lọ́wọ́ jọmọ́ àdúgbà o. Yorùbá ni mí, ìníwó ní sábà kò fẹ́ kú. Yorùbá ni mí, oníkálukú wá sọ́dẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ o. Yorùbá ni mí, Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ká lọ tó ṣe kò fẹ́ kú. Yorùbá ni mí, wọ́n á fi rú yọra wọn ni. Yorùbá ni mí, mo ní Yorùbá ni mí, Yorùbá ni mí, èmi ò ní kọ́lá fèdè kéde. Yorùbá ni mí, èmi ò ní kọ́lá fèdè kéde o. Yorùbá ni mí, láti inú Èkó Lagos State o. Yorùbá ni wá, gbogbo Àwórì wọ́n kàn fáàmù o. Yorùbá ni wá, gbogbo ọmọ Ìsàdínlógún State o. Yorùbá ni wá, gbogbo Ìjẹ̀bú ló kàn fáàmù o. Yorùbá ni wá, gbogbo Ọ̀yọ́ pátá ló kàn fáàmù. Yorùbá ni wá, wọ́n kàn fáàmù o. Yorùbá ni wá, gbogbo ọmọ Ọ̀ṣun ló kàn fáàmù o. Yorùbá ni wá, wọ́n sọ pé kò sí iyèméjì níbẹ̀ o. Yorùbá ni wá, gbogbo ọmọ Èkìtì ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Yorùbá ni wá, wọ́n ní kò sí iyèméjì níbẹ̀ o. Yorùbá ni wá, gbogbo ọmọ Oǹdó ló kàn fáàmù o. Yorùbá ni wá, títí lọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ wọ́n kàn fáàmù o. Yorùbá ni wá, Òkìtìpupa wọ́n kàn fáàmù o. Yorùbá ni wá,
taking over Nigeria, and they want to make Nigeria into a Muslim caliphate. And the Fulani ethnic militia, the Muslim terrorists, go into Christian villages. They're not coming in with cattle. They're coming in on motorcycles with AK-47s and killing everything that moves, and then destroying and razing the entire village.
And yelling Allahu Akbar while they
yelling
do it.
Allahu Akbar while doing it. And has nothing to do with climate change. These are nomadic herders that have 500-year-old view of cattle farming. Nigeria was 70% Christian.
Amazing.
Now it's 50-50. It's 50% Muslim, 50% Christian.
Because they've been killing.
Because they have been going back to their systematic jihad. Now, look, Islam has conquered every civilization it's touched since 640 AD through three methods of jihad. One, cultural jihad. We'll move in, we'll blend in with the population as we're a minority. Then they start gaining a population, having lots of kids. Then once they get a population, they do political jihad. All right?
And cultural.
Then cultural jihad. Then after political jihad, once they have the political cover to do the violence, they go into violent jihad and take over territory. And that is how they have systematically taken over all of Northern Africa.
Well, and what's particularly interesting when you dig a little deeper is that the Fulani tribe doesn't just exist in Nigeria. They're in Sierra Leone and Senegal and right across the border, right? I mean, throughout the center and east of Africa and west.
And for some magical reason, every country they touch turns into war.
Yes, and when you
turns into genocide and turns into war. Every country that they touch.
Memory includes the notion that your greatest days were under Ivan, Peter the Great, and Catherine the Great. In other words, when you could control your neighbors. And people don't want to be controlled anymore. They want to be free to chart their own course. I'll never forget the first time a man with impeccable military credentials, the warden of Rhodes House, who was Admiral Viscount Montgomery's aide de camp in World War II, said, you know, you're going to have to leave Vietnam for the same reason we had to leave Nigeria. We left Nigeria. There was a horrible war. 3 million people died, but we had to go, and you're going to have to go. And I said, why? He said, because they don't want you. You know, people want to chart their own course. They have to feel secure in their own identity.
From the country that the British Empire had imposed on us, which was this country of Nigeria, where they kind of took a bunch of independent nations who don't have anything to do with each other, don't even speak each other's language, don't relate. Many of them were even enemies and warring at the time, smushed them all together and drew these arbitrary lines around them and called them countries and named those countries.
Right.
And then said, now y'all get along and do a country for us and be a union for us. And then go through, you know, contentious, bloody independence processes that never really yield any real independence. Extraction of your resources and the eternal fomenting of divisiveness and infighting in order to be able to control you. This is what an oppressor does, a colonizer does. These are, you know, tactics and strategies of dominance.
Right.
We were subjected to that as a larger unit of Nigeria. And then when the Igbo people said, we want our own thing, let's go and do that. Well, it so happened to be that the territory that this new country of Biafra was going to be in included very, very rich oil reserves. And the British were not going to let go of that.
Wow.
And the people that they had put in power, you know, their puppet Nigerian governments weren't going to do that either because they needed it for the Nigerian project.
Right.
And Britain needed it for its own interests and uses. So Great Britain got directly involved in this civil war and in the war for independence, and decided that they would do everything to make sure that Biafra did not go.
Wow.
And this everything meant directly funding genocide of the people of Biafra.
Because you know what? Power belongs to the people. Anything we want is what we're going to get.
Once again, I want to ask this. Do you think this dream is realizable without, and are you prepared to fight another war?
This dream can be realized without a war. And let me put it this way, as soon as the people, the various ethnic groups in Nigeria realize what Nigeria means to each and every ethnic group, they will subscribe to our position. So it is realizable without a war. Before the white man came, let me ask you this, because it's an interview, which means you can ask me questions and I can ask you. Before the white man came, was there any Nigeria? Before the white man came, did Nigeria exist? It's a simple question that I'm asking you. Did Nigeria exist before?
It didn't, no.
It didn't exist. Then why are African people, black people dying over something that they did not create? Did any Yoruba man create Nigeria? The answer is no. No Igbo man created Nigeria. No Hausa man did. No Fulani man did. No Kanuri man did. No Jukun man did. When you come to Nigeria, it's always a debate about it is our turn. It is our turn. It is our turn to rule. Now there are over 250 main ethnic groups in Nigeria. If you keep rotating the presidency every 8 years to each and every ethnic group, times 8 by 250. How many years are you going to get? So some people will die many times over. They will reincarnate many times over. The presidency hasn't come to them. Nigeria is a joke and an absolute mess. It was not created by black people. Therefore, it cannot be sustained by black people. I want to see an Africa where a Yoruba nation, a Yoruba mega nation extends from Togo all the way to Edo State. That's what I want. Because that is authentic Africa. I don't know why Africans are so beholden to something that is alien to them. Are you a white man? The Luga that created Nigeria is a white man. What are you doing as an African defending something that a white man created out of, should I say, a racist intent? Nigeria was an ordinary company, Royal Niger Company, an ordinary business venture that the British converted into a nation. And Africans are killing themselves, trying to maintain something that a white man created. Sometimes I wonder what type of God made African people. I don't understand it. And that is why you have this neo-colonialism. That is why the British High Commissioner had to go to Tinubu to ask him, how do you end this protest? Because if this protest continues, you're jeopardizing our oil. Now the Kano can use it as an advantage to go and get Biafra. They asked the army to go in and kill people. You people are being ruled by your colonial masters. Your fate is not in your hand. You're in a country that is 60 years old, so to speak. There is no electricity. If I am a Nigerian, I can't come out and say I'm a Nigerian. I'll be ashamed of myself. For 60 years, you have no electricity. For 60 years, no good roads. For 60 years, no good schools. For 60 years, your politicians are traveling abroad for medical treatment. I ask you, what is there to be proud of about Nigeria? Name one thing you can be proud of. Name one thing. Is a question I'm asking you, Dele. Tell me one thing you can be proud of in Nigeria.
Nigerians are amongst the brightest people in the world, including the Igbo people, of which you are one. You're a very brilliant man. That is Nigeria in your DNA.
I was born a Biafran, not a Nigerian. Nigeria is a historical mistake.
Was there a birth certificate at that time that wrote Biafra on it?
Of course, yes. You want me to show you? I will show it to you. I can email it to you. It's not here with me right now. I can email it to you. My person is Biafra.
Nigeria to fail in the education, to fail in the health, infrastructure, one failing, who cannot fail, a one failing body and so on, running by him. But hope with your back, will let you mommy. I found in a was your key, through the one no more than what do you look with? I want it done no one. What I think I did about board to buy ye, if you want to know. Ye game you pa e fail ni bi gbogbo nǹkan kò se education kò sin pa be yan ko se kò lè rí oògùn hospital kò sí na kò so mi wọ́n bonu ọ̀nà lọ ọdún mẹ́fà wọ́n ní ṣe eruku para àdúgbò tán.
And if Nigeria never existed until the white man came, why are you as a black African man defending it? What's a white man created? Why? When you have Yorubas in Benin Republic, Yoruba is in Togo, they speak your language, they eat your food, they dress the same way you do, you have the same culture, the same value system, the same orientation, and I'm asking you, and the white man came from Europe and said, oh, you are Yoruba from Togo, you speak French. You're Yoruba from Benin Republic, you're going to speak French. But you're Yoruba from Nigeria, you speak English. Are people not perturbed by that? That level of dehumanization, that level of subjugation is.
In having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria, and I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders, and I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, "It is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60
Great Britain. Are they all the same, or is there a difference between them? And which one is correct? Let's find out. These are the British and Irish Isles, a group of islands located off the northwestern coast of Europe, primarily consisting of Great Britain and Ireland. It's important to note that Great Britain and Ireland are geographical terms, not political ones. Great Britain is the largest island, while Ireland is the second largest. Now here's where it gets interesting. Great Britain consists of 3 countries, England, Scotland, and Wales, each with its own flag. In contrast, the island of Ireland consists of 2 political entities, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The southern part, officially known as the Republic of Ireland, is a completely separate country and is not part of the United Kingdom. But what exactly is the United Kingdom? The United Kingdom is a country of countries. It includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. All these countries are considered co-equal under the Union. The United Kingdom is a political union, unlike the geographical term Great Britain. People from these countries are referred to as English, Scottish, and Welsh, while those from the Republic of Ireland are known simply as Irish. People in Northern Ireland may identify as Irish, British, both, or Northern Irish, depending on whom you ask, as there's no single identity that applies to everyone. So, to sum it up, England is a country, Great Britain is an island. The United Kingdom is the political union that includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Most people don't know the difference between the United Kingdom, England, and Great Britain. Are they all the same, or is there a difference between them? And which one is correct? Let's find out. These are the British and Irish Isles, a group of islands located off the northwestern coast of Europe, primarily consisting of Great Britain and Ireland. It's important to note that Great Britain and Ireland are geographical terms, not political ones. Great Britain is the largest island, while Ireland is the second largest. Now here's where it gets interesting. Great Britain consists of 3 countries, England, Scotland, and Wales, each with its own flag. In contrast, the island of Ireland consists of 2 political entities, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The southern part, officially known as the Republic of Ireland, is a completely separate country and is not part of the United Kingdom. But what exactly is the United Kingdom? Is a country of countries. It includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. All these countries are considered co-equal under the Union. The United Kingdom is a political union, unlike the geographical term Great Britain. People from these countries are referred to as English, Scottish, and Welsh, while those from the Republic of Ireland are known simply as Irish. People in Northern Ireland may identify as Irish, British, both, or Northern Irish, depending on whom you ask, as there's no single identity that applies to everyone. So, to sum it up, England is a country, Great Britain is an island. The United Kingdom is the political union that includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Ahmadu Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. They thought, and I quote, "Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country." This is
class of intellectuals is the fact that they are willing to swallow hook, line, and sinker anything the colonial master gives to them. And I've asked you this very question. Can you go to Europe and create a country? as a black man? The answer is no. Then why must you accept what a white man is doing in Africa? You see why we are poor and very backwards. Do you see why Nigeria can never have 24 hours of electricity? Never, ever, ever, ever. Because the foundation is faulty. The orientation of Fulani Janja, people were protesting SARS killings in the south. Fulani people in the north were busy having fun and laughing and smiling. And you want to be in the same country with them. Your value system, your reasoning, your understanding, your orientation is not. Why did Britain leave the EU? Then I'm asking you, are they not Christians? Are they not Democrats? Are they not, don't they believe in free trade and voting people in and voting them out? But then why did Britain leave the EU? Why? The same Britain that left the EU is asking me not to leave Nigeria. Nigeria that is only 100 years old. Your grandfather was not a Nigerian. Was not. So why must you throw away the history of your family?
Or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes, the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on. Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want a white man called the place Nigeria. Why must you do that? Why? Can I go to England and name them and name them Albania?
Great Britain. Are they all the same, or is there a difference between them? And which one is correct? Let's find out. These are the British and Irish Isles, a group of islands located off the northwestern coast of Europe, primarily consisting of Great Britain and Ireland. It's important to note that Great Britain and Ireland are geographical terms, not political ones. Great Britain is the largest island, while Ireland is the second largest. Now here's where it gets interesting. Great Britain consists of 3 countries, England, Scotland, and Wales, each with its own flag. In contrast, the island of Ireland consists of 2 political entities, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. The southern part, officially known as the Republic of Ireland, is a completely separate country and is not part of the United Kingdom. But what exactly is the United Kingdom? The United Kingdom is a country of countries. It includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. All these countries are considered co-equal under the Union. The United Kingdom is a political union, unlike the geographical term Great Britain. People from these countries are referred to as English, Scottish, and Welsh, while those from the Republic of Ireland are known simply as Irish. People in Northern Ireland may identify as Irish, British, both, or Northern Irish, depending on whom you ask, as there's no single identity that applies to everyone. So, to sum it up, England is a country, Great Britain is an island. The United Kingdom is the political union that includes England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
And it was dug up in 1965 by Thurston Shaw and his team, an archaeologist. It is about 13,000 years old. And my colleague Katerina Havati used a new technique of digitizing the surface of the skull in 1972. And she found, as I did, that it does not look like recent African material. So here we've got a recent African skull, and here's the skull from Iwo Eleru in Nigeria. You can see that this skull is much longer, it's much lower. And all in all, it's got a much more what we could call primitive appearance, even though it's only 13,000 years old. And in Katerina's analyses, she found that the nearest neighbour, in terms of the overall shape of the skull, was this specimen from Tanzania, from a site called Ngaloba, which is, we think, about 140,000 years old. So you've got a specimen that's only 13,000 years old, but it looks like it should be, another 100,000 years older in terms of its shape.
So what's going on?
So this suggests that human evolution in Africa was more complex, that the transition to modern humans...
Please, I want to say that what you see in Gaza now is an act of genocide because 12,000 children have been killed, and these are not 19 years old. These are 5, 6 years old, and 3 years old, and 2 years old. These are children, for God's sake. I am against the killing of 30 Israeli children, which happened on the 7th of October, because they are children and civilians. But nothing in the world could justify, because of the killing of 30 children, the killing of 12,000 other Palestinian children. That is unacceptable. You should look at the real figures. 30,000 Palestinian civilians have been killed, and 72,000 people have been injured by the Israeli murderous army. This is 4.5% of the population. Hold on. I did not interrupt you, so shut up and let me finish. 4.5% of the population of Gaza have been killed or injured. If that had happened in the United States of America, you would be talking about 12 million people killed or injured in 4 months of time. Is that acceptable? And mostly civilians, 70% are civilians. More than that, Israel is killing Palestinians not only with this terrible genocide, with their bombardment, they are killing Palestinians with starvation. This terrible siege, 50,000 pregnant women, Palestinian women, don't find a place to give birth in. 64,000 breastfeeding women cannot help their babies. And more than that, 700,000 people are now starving because Israel is preventing milk, flour, food to the population of Gaza City and the north of Gaza. And more than that, they shoot the Palestinian hungry people when they are trying to get some food.
Okay, Mr.
They
Balgucci,
shoot them and kill them like they did 2 days ago.
Mr. Balgucci, let me ask you a question.
100 people and 860 others were injured. So my response to you, yes, this is genocide. These are 3 war crimes happening at the same time. Genocide, collective punishment, and ethnic cleansing. At the same time, 70% of all homes were destroyed. All universities were destroyed. 30 hospitals out of 36 hospitals were destroyed. 347 of my colleagues, medical doctors,
Mr. Balgucci,
and nurses were killed.
By Tinubu's rhetorics, the way he's dramatizing his own role, in Nigerian democracy. Luckily, we're all alive. Luckily, we're all alive. We're all there. We're all, participant in that particular, sphere of political activity. So I was in the middle of it. Tinubu became relevant noticeable after Abacha took over government. Before then, he was the Senate, was the secretary of the party. And with all respect to him, you see, he was part of those people who were supporting Babangida's element of June 12. He was part of it. His own mother, Haja Mogaji from Lagos, was organizing Lagos marching women to come to Abuja to pledge, support for Babangida. I'm saying this because it's simply history. I mean no harm. I mean don't mean to embarrass him. But they say he was actively handing gloves to Babangida. Now, when Babangida saw the fact that he was having a problem with the party, he went to the National Assembly to address one infamous speech was, they are trying to incite you. It is you they are against. Tinubu was there, and Ayu became very, very firm and straight on the issue of June 12. He called a meeting, then being the only senior elected person in government at that time, as Senate President, he convened a meeting in Edo, in Benin, with the governor, where we went there and reaffirmed our commitment to June 12. All right? Babangida was so angry with Ayu. When he came by, he removed him and put in a better arrow. A better arrow, he put him there so that, so that they can be aligned to Babangida, political kind of machinations. So when Tinubu today, after being a Nigerian president, decided to rewrite history, trying to maybe deconstruct history and then rewrite it, then it is a very, very amusing because he was part of the Babangida's support of June 12. He was part of it. Now, it was only when Abacha took over government that Tinubu then became a so-called activist of June 12. Not only all those who are talking about June 12 in Edeko, I mean no harm, I mean no disrespect. I'm simply saying what happened during that time. All of them, those people in Edeko, where were they on June 11? They had no part in June 12. They are not part of June 12 campaign. They are not part of the June 12 activities. What they are never, because most of them are saying they should down look. All of them, because they don't believe they won't work out. So when Abiola won the election, and then after the annulment, they are all very, very passive. But suddenly, after Abacha came on board, removing Sonakan, they became activists. They formed NEDECO. NEDECO was opposed to election formation. NEDECO was something which was formed, to fight Abacha, not to fight democracy, not to fight June 12. So whatever Tinubu is doing today is simply reconstructing history the way he thinks is going to fit his own political interests. But then obviously he was a major supporter of Babangida. Ask Babangida. Ask him. So when you talk about already June 12, who are those characters? Ebute Ere? Somebody who replaced Ayu for June 12? Who are the others? All of them. So he ran away. We stayed behind. We fought Abacha. I was detained, because of my fight, but I was detained. He was detained. So all of us, I'm Churuma, Bola, Ege, Yoche, Ayu, and many others, Bogaji, all of them were there. We fought Abacha. We fought him because we were willing to risk our lives. Tinubu ran away. He was not in the country. He only came back after the whole thing was, after the call was very, very clear. So what I'm saying is, all those advocates of June 12, they are more concerned with the bath water rather than the baby. They are more concerned because most of them were at the end of the meal. When the product was being processed, they simply picked up the product. The process which produced the product, they are not there. They're not part of it. They only pick the product. And today it's not about the victor, but it's about the victory more than anything else. So we make this kind of distinction. The difference between the victory and the victor. The NEDECO were more concerned with the victory than the victor. As far as they are concerned, in the bathwater they are trying to use, they are trying to hang on to their own kind of riding on to reinvent history in Nigeria. Otherwise, I feel embarrassed for the president for the way he's talking. Honestly, ask anybody. Go ask anybody. We're all there. Ask.
Or is there a difference between them? And which one is correct? Let's find out. These are the British and Irish Isles, a group of islands located off the northwestern coast of Europe, primarily consisting of Great Britain and Ireland. It's important to note that Great Britain and Ireland are geographical terms, not political ones. Great Britain is the largest island, while Ireland is the second largest. Now here's where it gets interesting. Great Britain consists of 3 countries, England, Scotland, and Wales, each with its own flag. In contrast,
and I got the story of what happened. The first 5 No, the first 7 call I put across were all killed. The first 7 guys I called.
You tried to call, we're all dead.
Exactly. They were all dead. So in my village today, if you speak to someone, just be very rest assured that the next 1 week or 2 weeks, you hear the sad news about that person you've just spoken to. And do you know, before now, just last month, about 20 people were killed in that same village. They are the Fulani, and it's not ethnic profiling. They are the Fulani, it's not ethnic profiling. When people want to be politically correct, they will say, no, that is an ethnic, it's not. And that is why you see the Sultan of Sokoto will not react to this. React when just about 11 people were butchered were killed in Edo State. The so-called hunters. They reacted. They put up Northern Elders Forum. They made several press conferences. Many governors stood up. The governor of Edo had to travel to some of these states. That is alleged hunters. If really they were hunters who were killed. Now, nobody in the north is speaking. Because that is the collective agenda.
So I am live in Yelawata in Benue State, where the attack took place yesterday that claimed the lives of over 200 persons. The herdsmen attack. Now, what my eyes have seen, my mouth not speak unless you see it by yourself. Now, if you notice something, the smoke is coming out because everywhere was burnt. Please take the camera around. Now, let me show you this thing. Please, this video is very sensitive, so it might be very disturbing for you. So, a warning is okay. Now, these are human beings. This is a child that was burnt to ashes. This is another one. This is number 2. This is number 3. This is number 4. This is number 4. This is 5. This is 6. Now look at the score of this one. This is 7. These are their bones. These are children that were born in this place. As I am counting now, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just in this room alone. Look at their bones. Look at their bones. Please zoom in these bones. These are their bones. Now in this room again. This is another one. 1, 2, 3. These are bones as well. They were burnt. They were all burnt to ashes. Now let's go outside. Now this is another room again. This is another person. This one you can see. This one is still even very much fresh. The body is still very fresh. It's another room again. Another room again. This is another place. Please go. See their bones. Get it. See bone. This is the bone of a human being. See, this is a child. This is a child. See another one. These are children. These are children that were massacred here, burnt to ashes here. Now, the reason why I came here, I'll go and interview some of the persons that were there, that witnessed everything, that can explain. The reason why I came is, one thing I've noticed is that it seems the government don't know what is happening. Maybe because it is not in their faces yet. I don't know why back in the day, when things like this happen, the news, the media bring it to our faces. But nowadays, it's as if maybe they have paged them not to come and talk about things like this. And it's... Please, boss, let's so, please, who is that man that was here? Please, can you come? I'll still take you guys around the area so that you can see. Bros, please. Good day. My name is Very Dark Man. I just came here when I heard what happened. I came here to see the situation of things. And I'm not going to lie to you. What I saw now really broke my heart. Seeing all these people burnt to ashes really broke my heart. So I have just one purpose, to put it out there for the government to really see what is going on. So please, can you tell us what happened yesterday? You don't need to use English. Use pidgin, more the flow well. Okay.
Yesterday, we were in our farm at around 10:45.
10:45.
Yeah.
In the morning.
In the evening.
In the evening.
That is in the night.
Yes.
Then it started raining. So we were indoor. And at about that time now, then the Spain Flaming men just came nowhere. They started confronting us at the police station over there.
You are at the police station? That's where it's standing?
Yes. No, they knew very well that the police station are there and they are wearing arms, preparing for whatever that will come. Then from there,
did you chase the policemen in it?
No, the policemen were there to attack them. They did their job.
They did their best.
Their best. Then from there, knowing that, okay, we have attacked them fully here, then another group was down here without the notice of the policemen. Then they started opening the door from one door to another. They were with many weapons. They break the door. While entering into the door, into the room, they will pour the fuel, and then
light fire.
And then that is how it started. And we are hopeless. And what you have seen here now, a lot of people that die in our community is unexpected. We do not believe that such will happen in our own area, such will happen in our own town. Because we were thinking that the government are for
empires like Oyo and other places long before anything. But they are looking for some weak elements. Like Tinubu is a weak element. People think he's powerful, but he's a weak element in the Yoruba war. These are the weak elements they want to use to be able to push the Islamic agenda. People have been telling you that Islamic agenda is a lie. No, it's true. I can tell you that I was born a Muslim. My people have been Muslim since the 7th century. I'm a Madinga. And we have been Muslim. There is nobody in my ethnic group who is Christian. All my people have been Muslim. And I studied Islam in northern Nigeria. And I'm telling you, the agenda is to push that country toward Islamic agenda or destroy it completely. So to your question, I will tell you that Nigeria does not have a bright future for now. It doesn't have a bright future for now. The elements that are in the north, and most of them are receiving grants. Some of them, even in university, they are getting grants from this Qatar, and all the extreme Islamic groups are giving them money. And they are building, their power is increasing day by day in the political system. They are even creating billionaires that eventually tomorrow they want to control western part of Nigeria. The East a little bit stubborn for them. Eastern Nigeria is stubborn. That's why they are isolating them. The isolation of so-called Igbo, it's not because Igbo hate Nigeria. Igbos are the most Nigerian than any Nigerian. They are every part of Nigeria you find them. They have their own problem for sure, like every African group. But the issue, they are not the problem. But they are acting a little bit stubborn to the Islamic agenda. So they have to be isolated. And to do that, you need one of the most powerful groups, which is the Yoruba group. If you don't use Yoruba, you can't succeed. And the Yoruba group is very educated. So what do? You look for the weak one among them, which is the Islamized ones, and play on their religious sentiment. And then you destabilize the country. I can tell you, my friends, you need a revolution.
Oh. And I want you to listen and accept what I'm about to say. I said they are already usurping you from your villages all over Yoruba State. In Ogun State, Osun State, Ondo State, Anambra State, even Anambra State, even the Igbo lands as well. People are already entering those places. And they're already overtaking you people in your various states. What we are saying right now now,
This
is not about religion.
Christian,
Whether you're a Christian
Muslim,
or you're a Muslim, and we are Yoruba traditional worshippers, this is time we must band together to fight for our father's land so that they don't overtake us in it. Don't let them use religion take over our land. All those villages they have taken over in Ondo State, when they wanted to kill, they killed Christian and Muslim alike. They are fighting for the land. They are not fighting for religion. They are just coming through the lens of religion. But I'm telling you, all Yoruba people, please be prepared. Nigerians at large, please be well prepared so that they don't take you away from your father's land. And calling onto the royalties in Yoruba land, the Oni of Ife, the Imperial Majesty, Kabiesi, we greet you, sir. Please talk about this. The new Alaafin, please talk about this. All the kings in Ondo State, the kings in Lagos, Oyo, Oshun, please talk about this. Because when the war overwhelms us, we will not be able to do anything about it. Personally, I'm ready for war. I told you the last time that you should fortify yourself. So people will say, why will a pastor utter that kind of statement? Please go and fortify yourself. Because when war comes, I will drop my Bible. I will go and fight for my father's land. When the Christianity come into Nigeria,
1842.
It came in 1842. That was when it came in. And the first person to compile the Bible, his name is
they be won't carry this country, make it become their own. Make them the come and say they Fulani too. Let them get Nigeria. Fulani nationality movement. Now them attempted to assassinate me. They wanted to kill me. Now only God helped me that day. I tell you, these people say Nigeria, now the only country where belongs to them. They don't write them. I have documents to show this. I don't send them to president. I don't send them to police. I don't send them to DSS. These people say, look, nothing will stop them because they wanted this revolution in 1800 and they could not achieve it by Ultimatum Fodio. But now they must take over. That they have the money, they have the power, they have the weapons, and they have everything. So this time they must take over. And Fulani people don't talk, say, look, they want you to, they won't carry this country, make it become their own. Make them come and say, they Fulani too. Let them get Nigeria. Fulani nationality movement. Now them attempted to assassinate me. They wanted to kill me. Now only God helped me that day. I tell you, these people say Nigeria, now the only country where belongs to them. They don't write them. I have documents to show this. I don't send them to president. I don't send them.
We are tired of this pain. Father, take over. We are tired of this pain. Take over in Nigeria, Lord, take over. Take over in the world at large, take over. We cannot do this on our own. Father, take over. We cannot do this on our own. Take over. Jesus, take over. Take over. Father, take over.
Mo dá sí torí pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Bí ìjọba bá wà tí ò sí ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ kó ṣe fún aráàlú tí wọ́n dìbò fún tó jẹ́
wọ́n jí àwọn kan gbé ẹni tó bá gbowó tó kéré lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ wọ́n gba 7 million wọ́n gba 10 million wọ́n gba 11 million lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dùn mí ó bà mí lọ́kàn jẹ́ gan pé tá a bá torí pé tó Ọlọ́run gbà fáwa àwa ará àwọn ọmọ tí ń tẹ̀lé wa tó ń ṣààbò fún wa àwọn tí ọ̀lẹ́ni tí ó tẹ̀lé wọn kọ́ ìdí nìyí tó mú mi lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ débẹ̀ ohun tí mo lọ fún ni pé láti lọ bá a pé sógun tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí lórí ilẹ̀ wa sọ́dá ẹ ti ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa adẹ̀fàyè gba yín àbá yín jà ṣe nǹkan jàǹbá fún yín. ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni mò ń bá Sẹ́ríkì sọ̀rọ̀ làwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ yí ọ̀bọ̀n sí mi mo gba ìbọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ ìkan yọ àáké àgbà ìkejì tún yọ ìbọn mi ìyẹn ti ẹ̀yìn ẹni bá wọnú fídíò yẹn tọ́ra fídíò wọn ó yin ìbọn yẹn sí mi kí n tó lọ́bọ̀ yẹn mọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ bá gbọ́ fídíò rẹ̀ pé ìbọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dáhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n yin ìbọn sí mi ń bẹ̀ kí n tó ń bájà wá ẹ̀yin pípù yìí tí n bá bájà wá ẹ̀ ní dúró tẹ́ ẹ bá ti wá lè wá àtúnṣe sí ọ̀rọ̀ jíjígbé àti pípa àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àtàwọn àǹtí wa àwọn bọ̀dá wa àtàwọn ìyá mi àtàwọn bàbá mi tẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn lo oko mọ́ yé.
Of the Almighty God, heaven and earth. Carry Nigeria was Nigeria and it crash landed Nigeria.
Yes,
and Nigeria was scattered into pieces.
Amen.
Amen. And it was divided into various ways. And the hands took eraser and it erased Nigeria. It wrote another nation which I could not know. The second mission I saw a sun and it was called the Sun of Righteousness. And the sun set all of a sudden. And God told me,
tí òòrùn òdodo bá wọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà,
if the Sun of Righteousness come down in Nigeria,
ìyà yóò jẹ wá púpọ̀.
And we're going to suffer a lot.
Ìran kẹta.
The third vision.
Amen.
Amen.
Please, everybody pay attention to a little boy called David.
Gbogbo ènìyàn ẹjọ́ ẹ tẹ́tí sí ọmọdé yìí.
A young man saved from garage.
Ọ̀dọ́mọkùnrin tí a gbà láti ibùdókọ̀.
Without wisdom of men.
Láì ní ọgbọ́n ènìyàn.
So listen.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́.
Ìkìlọ̀.
Warning.
Àti inú ìran kẹta.
Of the third revelation.
Ẹ̀yin Kristẹni Nàìjíríà.
You Christian in Nigeria.
Tí ẹ bá gba ọ̀run òdodo láàyè láti wọ̀ lórí orílẹ̀-èdè yìí.
If you allow the Son of Righteousness to go down in this nation,
ìyà ó jẹ gbogbo wa.
We are going to all suffer.
Tí òdodo Kristẹni bá ti collapse.
If the righteousness of Christian has been collapsed,
ọ̀tá máa ń lágbára lórí wọn.
The enemy will prevail or have power over them.
Ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí gbogbo wa ní orílẹ̀-èdè ni pé.
What happened to all of us in this nation is
òdodo ṣubú kò ní ìgboro wa.
Righteousness has fallen or collapsed.
Kò sí òdodo lórí pẹpẹ.
There is no more righteousness in the
church. Sí òdodo nínú ìjọ.
No more righteousness in the church.
Òwe Yorùbá wá ṣẹ mọ́ wa lára.
And Yoruba didn't come to pass.
Olóòótọ́ ìlú ni òṣìkà ìlú.
The righteous one in the city is the
wicked one.
Gbogbo
adé sọ òdodo ẹ̀ ń gbìyànjú láti pé ká pa ẹnu wa mọ́.
Speaking the truth, you are trying to silence us.
Ó kàn kankan sórí ẹ̀rọ agbóhùnkáyé lọ́sẹ̀.
I wrote something on the Facebook this week.
Ẹ̀kan ní dáàdi díẹ̀ rọra o.
Somebody say daddy easy.
Ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí mo sọ mo mí ni.
But what I said I mean it.
Tí o sọ ní sọ gbangba.
I cannot talk in the secret that I cannot say it in the public.
Mo pé lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ rìkọ́dù gbogbo ohun tí mo ń sọ.
I don't want hearsay.
Mi ò fẹ́ irọ́ àti wọ́n ní wọ́n pé ni mo fi ń lo smartwatch.
I don't want lie and hearsay that's why I'm using smartwatch.
Anybody talking around me is on record.
Ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ láyé káàbí àti
whatever I'm saying kò ní ìdíkan ṣe wá gbé sọ fún ọ.
Gbogbo tí mò ń sọ you don't need to be told.
Ìrànlọ́wọ́ Kristi.
The help of the Christian.
Mo tí mo fẹ́ fi encourage wa rèé.
But my word of encouragement to us.
Àkọ́kọ́ ni pé kí gbogbo àlọ́ jí òdodo.
First that we should go and revive.
Gbogbo àdàkùrà wa ní Kristẹni lórílẹ̀.
All of us we call ourselves Christian in this nation.
Owó àti pa.
We are after money and position.
Òdodo ṣubú kúrò nínú ìjọ.
Righteousness are falling away from the church.
Òdodo ṣubú kúrò lórí pẹpẹ.
Righteousness are falling away from the pulpit.
Òdodo ṣubú kúrò lágboolé kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Righteousness are falling away from the
Òdodo ṣubú nínú ayé àwọn ènìyàn.
Righteousness are falling in the life of people.
Ẹnìkejì ń tan ara wọn.
The neighbors are deceiving themselves.
Olùṣọ́ àgùntàn méjì rọ́nà fi ń bá.
Pastors relating together with lies.
Olórí ń fi ẹ̀tàn bọ́mọ ẹ̀yìn lò.
The leaders are relating with the followers in lies.
Ẹ̀tàn náà tan olórí.
And the followers are
gbogbo ìwé ìròyìn wa lórílẹ̀-èdè ó kún fún irọ́.
All our newspapers are full of lies.
Wọ́n náà pa ẹnìkan lọ́nà rẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀.
Somebody was killing along the Ore express road.
Secretary to government ó ní amúrọ̀bà.
And the secretary to the government said he was still amúrọ̀bà.
Àwọn tí wọ́n attack wọn ní kì í ṣe amúrọ̀bà pé Fúlàní ló attack wọn.
Though the victim said it was amúrọ̀bà for Fulani.
Ilé ẹ̀rọ tẹlifíṣàn ń parọ́.
Government was lying, media was
rédíò ń parọ́.
Radio
tó bá lélẹ̀ tó sòótọ́ náà àwọn rédíò wọ̀nyí.
Yes, anyone that say truth.
Ìjọba nìkan lọ ti pa.
The government will ask them to go and shut them
a
up.
fi èké ń tu ayé ara wa.
We are using lies to arrange our
òdodo ní
life.
gbé orílẹ̀-èdè lékè.
Righteousness exalted the nation.
Orílẹ̀-èdè tí òdodo rẹ̀ bá ti ṣubú.
Any nation that righteousness has
yóò
collapsed
ṣubú náà ni.
will fall as well.
Ó ń kán ni mò ń sọ lórí Nàìjíríà.
Only one thing I'm laying emphasis on today.
Tún sọ.
And I will continue to say.
Margaret Thatcher ló sọ nígbà tó visit Nàìjíríà.
Margaret Thatcher said it when she visited
Nígbà tó jẹ́ Prime Minister UK.
When she was Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The woman is dead now.
Nígbà tó wá sí orílẹ̀-èdè.
When she came to this nation.
Tó wo gbogbo iṣẹ́ wa.
That look at all our
things. Ó ní Nigeria is an artificial country.
Ó ní Nàìjíríà jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè tí a tọwọ́ ènìyàn ṣe.
Built on faulty foundation.
Ṣé àgbẹ̀ lórí ìpìlẹ̀ tí ò tọ́?
Proper structure.
Láì ní ìpìlẹ̀ tó fìdí múlẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí gan nìyẹn.
And that's how it is.
I keep on saying it.
Mo ń sọ.
Nigeria is an artificial country.
Nàìjíríà jẹ́ orílẹ̀-èdè tí a tọwọ́ ènìyàn dá.
Gbogbo ẹnu ni mo fi sọ láìsí ibẹ̀.
All my house without.
Ibo láǹfààní ní gbangba máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
You have privilege to say publicly I will declare.
Nigeria is an artificial.
Call Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves. We are not Nigerian. Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that have been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes.
Mo mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ mọ̀ mí.
Rárá sà.
Èmi ní èsì mọ̀ yín. Mi táwọn ìwọ̀n èsì pásítọ̀ o, wọn èsì sáàfà, àmọ́ ọlẹ́bùn ràn.
Ẹ máa ríran.
Màmá ẹ ríran, mo ṣe ń bọ̀ láti mò ń wò yín, làmú mi.
Gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ kì í bí ló ń parí. Èmi náà fi ìgbà kan ríran láìpẹ́ yìí. Nǹkan tí mo rí ẹ̀sán ga sí pé mọ́tò wọ̀ ní fẹ́ ní fort. Ó dẹ̀ padà ní. Ẹ jẹ́ pa.
Ẹ̀mẹ́ni pé kì í ṣe pé mo rí ní ibi ní ń parí.
Èmi rí rẹ̀, èmi ò ní ìpáríṣà o, àwọn mú mi rí.
Ẹ ti mú mi sáà lórí ẹsẹ̀ mọ̀.
Ó sì tèmi náà sí.
Ó kù dé mo ti bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ fún yín pé ìyá kan ní ṣe ńlá gbolé yín nu.
Àgbélé òun wà ní èmi ìyá. Ṣé wàá bọ́ ẹ wá jẹ tẹ̀yìn tó bojú mọ́tò? Dírẹ́bà ni mí. Nǹkan tí ṣọ̀gá náà ti ṣe ní ara mi.
Ẹ lọ́gà tẹ̀ ń wà.
Gbogbo ẹ̀la ti rí ìyá lórí rẹ̀.
Ìlú ìlẹ́jú kéèyàn mẹ́rin náà lọ. Wọ́n lè yàn ṣe ní rí ní ń gbé bí ọ̀dàjà fọ́ mẹ́pẹ́.
Ẹ wo, ká máa dùn káwọn ọ̀rọ̀ wa. Ẹ ní gbọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ yàrá kan fi ra ìfọ́gbìsì náà rí.
Àgbà mínírà ní.
Ó yẹ lọ pàdé èèyàn kan tó ní ọjọ́ fi rà.
Pure water ń sìn ó ti di méjì báàgì méjì 500 kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ èwo ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí kí ló tún kọ pure water omi ta fi ń dáná omi ta fi ń dáná kí ló dé pé gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ìnira ti pọ̀ jù Lagos State yìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tẹ́ ń ta pure water láti inú mọ́tò méjì 500 méjì báàgì méjì 500 láti inú mọ́tò àwọn tó máa tù tá kọ́lé ló máa tà. Kí ló pé ìnira á pọ̀ jù ní Nàìjíríà ìnira ti pọ̀ jù àtìgbà tí Buhari ti bọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ni Buhari ti gbé lọ́ọ̀fù ló ti gbé ìfẹ́ lọ kò sífẹ̀ẹ́ mọ́ ìnira ayé ti pọ̀ jù epo wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ gàrí wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ ṣé pure water omi tá a mu lẹ́tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n omi jọ́sọ̀ omi tọ́lọ́run dà tó ń ṣe pé bóyá pé kínní òun lẹ́tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n ibo là ń lọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ibo là ń lọ báyìí níbo lọ tó bá gun la máa jà tí gbogbo èyí máa fi sọ tó bá gbógun lọ jà tí gbogbo ìyà tí àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù jẹ yìí láti jẹ mọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká kúkú jagun ẹ tó bá máa kú kó kú ẹ tó bá máa yè kó yè ìnira àtẹni wọn lára yóò ti pọ̀ jù ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ ń gbádùn kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan ṣẹlẹ̀ lè gbé wáyé wọlé síbẹ̀ ni wáyé.
ṣùwà eku òkè bí eku mọ́ ẹyẹ òkè bí ẹyẹ mọ́ gàrí là ń mu sá èmi àtàwọn abí mi àlè jẹ ráìsì mọ́ ẹ̀wà náà ti wọ́n gàrí ọ̀gá ti di 1-2 ó ti sú mi orílẹ̀-èdè ti sú mi báyìí kọ́ ni wọ́n bá tẹ́lẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ní wàhálà yìí ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n ká o ẹ̀kọ́ Awólọ́wọ̀ wọn ká àlérán mọ́ sùkúù mọ́ ayé yín ò dáa ó ti sú wa o wọ́n bá wá nǹkan sí i àti forítì ẹ rí i pé orí mi gan ti pa ó ti sú wa o ó ti sú wa o orílẹ̀-èdè wọn bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí o ráìsì ti gàrí ti 1-2 mo tún gbọ́ pé ráìsì ti di 80,000 àpò wọ́n bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí i tá a bá tún abẹ́ rẹ̀ pọ̀ báyìí epo 580 680 700 là ń rà kí ló dé kí la ṣe àwa akórópè gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀n ní òmò gbóná lálẹ́ tá a mọ̀ fọmi wẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ pẹ́pẹ́ kan òmò lànà àní rí kankan epo náà ní ń bá a lọ owó kúbíìsì àmọ́ mi.
If government work, if they cannot protest, we Iyaloja, we go open our nyash, we go open our press, we go protest. Too much stubbornness, too much for this country. But before you win, you go suffer. The stubbornness is too much. Please, make them find solution for this thief. It's too much. Gary 2,000 naira. Since when my father bought me, I did not buy 1,000 naira pence of Gary. The selling is 2,000 naira now. It's too much. The savannah is too much. Even the rice, the Rika one rice to 1,200 naira. For what reason? It's too much.
Prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there they pray for night, that person is just.
Tí wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ dáadáa lọ́wọ́ tó jẹ́ pé inú wa sì dùn wípé Ọlọ́run bùkún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọ́n ti bá ọkàn wọn dá májẹ̀mú wípé ní agbára Ọlọ́run by 2000 AD òmìnira máa dé kúlẹ̀ káàrọ̀ òmìnira. Èmi sì mọ̀ dájú wípé Ọlọ́run Oòduà, Ọlọ́run Ọ̀rànmíyàn, Ọlọ́run Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀, Ọlọ́run Adékúnlé Ajáṣin amúwadé ilẹ̀ tuntun náà nígbì tí ẹ̀gbin ìyà àti ìrẹ́jẹ kò ní sí fún ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjìlé mọ́. Tàbá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ilẹ̀ ìlérí tí a fẹ́ lọ yìí. Àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ òye wọ́n máa kù bí egbére. Lójú àwọn egbére tí mò ń wí, ó dàbí ẹni pé ohun ẹ̀yẹ ni kí ènìyàn máa wà nú ẹ̀gbin, nú ìyà, nú ìrẹ́jẹ. A bá sì fojú wo kì í ṣe àwa Yorùbá nìkan nìyà ń jẹ ní Nàìjíríà. Bí Yorùbá ti bọ̀ wọ́n ní àrùn tó ń ṣe ojì náà ló ń ṣọ̀ọ́dún. Ohun tó ń ṣe Abọ́yadé ń kọ́ o. Ìyà tó ń jẹ Ṣógbẹ̀yìn l'Abẹ́òkúta ń kọ́. Òun náà ló ń jẹ Súlè ní Kòńtàgòrà. Ebi tó bá ń pa bàbá Búwà ní Adó-Èkìtì kọ́ tí ó yàtọ̀ sí èyí tó ń pa Ìkejùkù ní Abakaliki. Nígbà tí mo sọ Ìkejùkù ní ìsìn wá rántí tí wọ́n láyé ló ń jẹ́ kí rántí o. Nígbà tí a wà ní Òbúgà ẹ̀yin náà àti gbọ́ olóyè Akíntọ́lá ló gbé ọgbà ní òbúgà ó wá polongo ẹgbẹ́ NNDP lẹ́sà òkè ló ń bí ọjà wa ẹ̀kẹ́ tó bá ti kọjá ẹ̀sà.
ìrísẹ́ tí wọ́n ti ìrísẹ́ àti ìbò àti gbogbo ẹ̀ pàápàá mo ti káàkiri mo ti kàwé káàkiri nípa ìlú tí ń lù nílẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀ wa náà kò tí ì sí ìlú tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ kò tí ì sí èyí tí ń pè ní sling trucking drum tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ nílé ọba nílé àwọn ẹni pàtàkì mo gbé ààfin Aláké nígbà tí mo wà lọ́dọ̀ lọ́mọdé mo súnmọ́ wọn dáadáa gbogbo ìlú àwọn ọba ńláńlá ni nínú ààfin wọn ni ìlú máa ń wà tí ó jí ọba láàárọ̀ tí ẹ bá fẹ́ búra fún gómìnà nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà wọ́n á gbé bíbélì lé wọn lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ẹlẹ́sìn kìrìsìtẹ́nì ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ẹlẹ́sìn mùsùlùmí wọ́n á gbé Quran fún pé kó búra tó bá ti búra tán Quran tó fi búra àbí bíbélì tó fi búra ó ti gbàgbé ẹ̀bí tó sọ sí ní tó bá wù ló lè máa fi ìgbésí ayé àwọn ọmọ tó ń jọba lé lórí tó ń ṣe gómìnà lé lórí sí ṣùgbọ́n kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ̀ Yorùbá láràárọ̀ láago 5 ní ìlú ó jẹ ọba yóò sì máa sọ fún ẹ̀jẹ́ tó jẹ́ fún àwọn ènìyàn àtàn fún baba ńlá baba rẹ̀ tó pé kí wọ́n tó dé wa ládé wọ́n ti mú wa lọ sójúbọ kọ̀ọ̀kan kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n sì ní ká jẹ́jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tọ̀sán tòru láàmú fi sin àwọn èèyàn wa lọ́nà tá a sì ní bẹ̀rù tó bá dàárọ̀ fún àpẹẹrẹ fún ìlú tó jẹ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá bó ti jẹ́ pàtàkì fún wa sí tí ẹ bá ṣẹlù àwọn olùyọ kọ́kọ́ pè mí kan tó gbogbo àwọn bàbá mi tó jẹ wọ́n á sọ pé Ọláìwọlá dìde ó bọ́ Sókótó Àtàndá dìde ó bọ́ Sókótó ẹnìkan fi sẹ́gbọ̀nsẹ̀ rán mẹ́ni dìde ó bọ́ Sókótó. àwọn tó jẹ́ lè bó mọ̀ túmọ̀ eléyìí tẹ́ bá ń kí gbogbo ọba lọ wọ́n bẹ̀ láti ẹni tó kọ́kọ́ jà láàfin títí dórí mi mo sì láti mọ̀ mo láti mọ̀ ní tiẹ̀ ń wí ìlú wa jẹ́ pàtàkì à ń fìlú pòwe fún yàn à ń fìlú kìlọ̀ fún yàn à ń fìlú dánilárayá àfi ń túfọ̀ tá a bá ń lo ogun ó ń lò ó tẹ̀lé wa tó bá tẹ̀lé wa yóò mọ rìn wá ń kàké yóò mọ gun wa ní kẹsẹ́ tí a fi ní agbára kòkòkò láti ṣẹ́gun ó ń lò ó sọ fún wa ńgbà tó yẹ ká ṣàfógun wọn ní màsàmàjà la fi mọ akíkanjú lójú ogun akíkanjú tó bá lè jà tí ò mọ̀gbà tí ó ṣá ní bógun ẹlòmíì lọ lódì fáfún Adésùyì nígbà tó fẹ́ jagun wọn ní kè tásìkò tí ó jagun ìlú ló sọ fún wa tí n bá lóde àbí tọ́ọ̀ní bá lóde àbí Tálákè bá lóde nígbà tí wàá ṣẹ̀ ó ń lù tá a mú dání kì í ṣe pé a fi ń ṣe gbẹ̀fẹ́ láti rán láwọn létí ń ta fẹ́ ṣe ni ìlú ó máa sọ fún wa tí a bá gbóúnjẹ lẹ̀ a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹun níta gbangba wọ́n máa sọ fún Ọláìwọlá tọ́jú àríran ìkó èjẹ ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹni má rìn mí kàké mi bọ̀ Ọláìwọlá tọ́jú àríran ìkó èjẹ ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹni kọ́ pa ni àṣìpa òwe ni ọ̀rọ̀ bí òwe ni o mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kan fún ẹ ọ̀rọ̀ gíríkì ni ikú èjẹ ẹ̀wọ̀n ẹni kọ́ pa ni ọ̀rọ̀ nínú ilé Ọ̀yọ́ kọ́ tó bá tọ́jú àríran wà lóyún bí obìnrin ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀ níkùn ààrẹ ní ire bá sọ tó bá rí pé o rò bẹ́ẹ̀ lè rè ètò wọn sọ fún wa ní kíkà má jẹjẹkújẹ tẹ bá pẹ́ tí ẹ bá ṣe pọ́ bí wá sọ́dọ̀ gómìnà bí wọn ìlú ọ̀tí máa sọ fún mi ta agbe gbọ́bàdé lè o agbe aláàfin ràjò kọ́mọdé lè o agbe gbọ́bàdé pé ìwọ̀n bá tó ṣe.
Local government.
Where are you from?
I'm from Maito.
Where in Maito? Where are you from originally?
Kaduna State.
From where?
Kaduna State.
Kaduna State.
I'm Alkali Monde by name.
Okay.
Yes, I'm from Kaduna State.
Okay.
I'm living in Kampala with my brother.
To your brother?
Yes.
And you are coming out under what local government?
Lagos Island.
Local government. Yes. Do you have a family house in Lagos Island?
No.
Okay. What's your name?
Luka David.
What?
Luka David.
Luka?
David.
Where are you from?
From Kaduna State.
Kaduna State. What local government are you coming out from?
Archaeology.
Who gave you the Indigeneship certificate?
National.
What's your name?
Zakaria Arab.
Where are you from? Kaduna State. Lagos. Where did you get the Indigeneship certificate from?
I'm staying with my uncle, so I went.
Your uncle, speak up, please.
Yeah, I'm staying with my uncle, Lieutenant Colonel Gambo.
Shogba Yoruba. Shogba Yoruba.
I can hear, but I can't.
Shogba Yoruba. Shogba Yoruba.
No, ma.
Shogba Yoruba.
Yes, I can hear Yoruba.
Gbami lóhùn padà ní Yoruba. Nbo ló ń gbé.
I can't.
Shogba Yoruba. Nbo ló ń gbé. Nbo ló ń gbé. Ta ló fún ẹ ní certificate? Ta ló fún ẹ? Ta ló fún ẹ? Ta ló fún ẹ? Local government ló ti wá. Kò ṣọ̀fẹ́. Ẹ stop ẹ, kí lorúkọ ẹ? Kí lorúkọ ẹ? What's your name? What? Speak up, please. Where are you from? What? Kaduna. But you are coming out from what local government? Oh? Ta ló fún ẹ ní certificate? Kí lorúkọ ẹ? Nbo ló ń gbé? You don't hear Yoruba? What state are you from?
I'm from Kaduna State.
Kaduna State. Ta ló fún ẹ certificate of Indigeneship, Lagos State? Bring it and let me see your Indigeneship certificate. That paper that they gave you from the local government. Huh? Where is your... Let me see.
Yes.
Show me this. We'll show the local government. One by one. We'll show the local government. Most of them cannot speak Yoruba at all. I don't know how. Where's the second one?
NCNC àwa ni ọgá àgbà yẹn ló bá kúkú mú ìgè àti túkú ló bá pa á pọ̀. Mi mọ̀ pé Abọ́lájí wà bí.
You will remember in 1962 there was a massive problem in Nigeria when Awolowo was arrested. Our people talked to us. There was crisis for over 4 years that led to the coup. There was a Yoruba meeting of elders called the Yoruba Leaders of Thought. We relented. The thing continued. Yoruba has continued to lose ground since that time. In 1993, there was the annulment of the June 12 election. Shiju Ade, the former Ooni, spoke and said Yoruba should go ahead and conduct an election. We did. It led to nothing. The same thing happened 1998, just before the handover to the democratic elected government. Yoruba did not want to go for anything like Nigeria again. But then it failed. Look at where we are. Yoruba has been losing ground since 1914, and we are just tired. We are not for restructuring. It's too late for restructuring in Nigeria. It's too late for sovereign national conference. It's too late for resource control. What we want now is Oduduwa Republic, and we are very categorical about that. We have made that very clear. We have made declarations, and we are very serious about our demands. Every region just go to its own tent. Yoruba wants to be on its own, because the problem that Yoruba has is Nigeria. Nigeria is the problem, is the impediment to Yoruba development, is the impediment to Oduduwa development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1960, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be about restructuring at this point in time. What are we structuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
Where are you from?
I'm from Maito.
Where in Maito? Where are you from originally?
Kaduna State.
From where?
Kaduna State.
Kaduna State.
I'm Alkali Monde by name.
Okay.
Yes, I'm from Kaduna State.
Okay.
I'm living in Kampala with my brother.
With your brother?
Yes.
And you are coming out under what local government?
Lagos Island.
Local government. Yes. Do you have a family house in Lagos Island?
No.
Okay. What's your name?
Look at JD.
What?
Look at JD.
Allah ne kawo min waka ga yanki. Za a ɗan yayyada masu koya da kuka gani ogan
With all the challenges we have, including in the 2 million we have, these over 2 million are mostly peasant farmers. That's the truth. They've been chased away from their homes. And that don't mean them stay is still on route in mass from Nigeria and other parts of the world. And so it is not really it's a challenge. They were learned to cope with it, even behind the gates. Still go to farm.
And so we're able to feed ourselves, we're able to also feed other parts of our country, Nigeria. What was the second phase of the question?
Well, the second phase is, are we seeing in Nigeria gradually dissolving?
This was Europe and America here 2 days ago, the same patient came up. I can't see us Nigeria in the next few years if this kind of a thing that we are witnessing today continue. The level of insecurity, the level of injustice, the level of intent in the conduct of activities, the level of we not having the opportunity to live a normal life, socialize, travel from one end to the other, do things if things continue. And I say in my opening remarks, if this thing continues, this lawlessness and impunity continue to go on in Nigeria, it means lawlessness will introduce or will metamorphose into anarchy. And when there is anarchy, nobody will be safe. Nobody will know what to do. But you see, I will end by saying, our people say something. They say that the goat doesn't bite. But you know, when you push it to the wall, it will use what is available to you, not to have teeth. And this, even if it doesn't bite, it can scratch whatever is holding it to protect itself. So when Nigerians are pushed to the wall, if nothing is done, I can't see us as Nigerians today, but there will be lawlessness, anarchy everywhere, so no one will respect.
Ohun ayé ó fi ìpìlẹ̀ rẹ̀ lélẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọgbọ́n ńlá àti òye ńlá àti ìmọ̀ ńlá. Ó dá olúkálùkù ní èdè tiẹ̀, ó sì fún ọ ní ilẹ̀ tiẹ̀. Wọ́n ní nǹkan bí 100 ọdún sẹ́yìn, a pa oríṣiríṣi ọ̀pọ̀ ènìyàn pọ̀, oríṣiríṣi èdè, oríṣiríṣi ilẹ̀, èyí tí Ọlọ́run ò dá, a so wọ́n pọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ọjọ́ pé lónìí nítorí ìnira tó wà nínú àìṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí tí Ọlọ́run ṣe fẹ́, àìtẹ̀sí ọ̀nà tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́. Lónìí àwọn Yorùbá tá a papọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn èdè mìíràn, àjèjì èdè ènìyàn, a jáde kúrò nínú wọn lónìí nítorí lórílẹ̀ tí a wà yìí, ibẹ̀ lẹ́yìn àṣẹ yẹn ti wá, níwájú ilé tá a wà yìí, ibẹ̀ làṣẹ yẹn ti wá, wípé ká sọ Yorùbá pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn àjèjì èdè ènìyàn. Ṣùgbọ́n lónìí lórílẹ̀ yìí gan la wá sí lónìí láti tú u ká, láti fọ́ ọ̀dànù, láti bàájẹ́, láti kó Yorùbá kó padà sórílẹ̀-èdè wọn, kí olúkálùkù kó padà sí orílẹ̀-èdè tiẹ̀. So a jáde nínú àgọ́ yẹn, a jáde nínú ìpapọ̀ yẹn, a jáde nínú plan àwọn ènìyàn lénìí, torí pé àṣẹ Ọlọ́run ni bó tá bá dé láyé, a dé lọ́run, ìta bá sì fọ́ láyé, a fọ́ lọ́run, ìta bá fọ́ láyé, a fọ́ lọ́run, a fọ́ lọ́run. Láti òní lọ, Yorùbá jáde kúrò léjèjì lájèjì èdè ènìyàn. Láti òní lọ, a jáde kúrò nínú àhámọ́. Láti òní lọ, a jáde kúrò nínú ìṣẹ́. Láti òní lọ, a jáde kúrò ní pápẹ́ Sátánì òkùnkùn tó so wá pọ̀. Ajá tuntun, agbá òmìnira, agbá orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa, Odùduwà nation, Yorùbá nation. A bí lónìí, a jáde lónìí, àti fọ́ láyé, àti fọ́ Ọlọ́run, àti fọ́ láyé, àti fọ́ Ọlọ́run, gbogbo agbára tó.
Going back. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Akí gbogbo wa, a kú gbìyànjú, a kú kó lè dá. Ọlọ́run bá Allah á jẹ́ kó dáa fún wa. Inshallah rahman. Olóyè Sunday bu Ọlọ́run bá yọ wá níwọ̀rùn ọlá Al-Qur'an Karim. Ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá o, owó bàbá Àdámì o. Mẹ́sáyà mẹ̀kúnnù ni. Jésù àsìkò tiwa nìyẹn, Ànábì Mùhámádù àsìkò tiwa nìyí o, àtiwọ́ tó fẹ́, àtiwọ́ tó fẹ́ o. Owó bàbá Àdámì o. Ìránṣẹ́ Olúwa ni, àkàndá èèyàn ni. Ẹkùn tágìrì gbéra ẹni jà ni, à ń lé bọ́ lẹ́yìn jagunlabi ńlára wájú. Gbogbo ara wájú tún pẹ́rú kí lè yí o, bàbá Àdámì ni. ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù wo wọ́n balẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́, ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù wo wọ́n daṣẹ́ ẹrú, ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù wo wọ́n bà gbogbo nǹkan ẹ jẹ́, ó sì ń sọ pé no going back kí o owó bàbá àdámì o. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ń ṣe lédè lẹ́yìn yẹn, orí bá wà ṣó ẹ̀ dé kó dé wá bá wà láyọ̀ o. Gbogbo nǹkan ni ẹ tó ti bàjẹ́ kọ́lọ́n bá wá dá padà ó làdìpèlé àdìpèlé àdìpèlé re. Ọmọ má kú mọ́ ẹ lójú o, káyà má kú mọ́ ẹ lójú. Àwa ta ní ìfẹ́ rẹ ó káwa gan máa yàn kú. Mo kí gbogbo àwa Yorùbá nation, kùrìjẹ́ agúnlẹ́sẹ̀ bùtẹ́rẹ̀ àwa ń bẹ̀ ọ́, à ń bẹ̀ ọ́ gbogbo ìjọba Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ń rẹ́ wa jẹ, wọ́n tún ń rẹ́ wa tà, wọ́n tún ní kán máa pa wá. Ọlọ́run dákun wá gbà wá o, wa ò lẹ́ni tá a lè ké pè mọ́, ìwọ lolùbọ́ tó lè bá wa ṣe. Ọlọ́run wá ṣe ìfún wa o, ká lékún ọpẹ́.
ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tilé tó kó ẹ̀mí àbọ̀ ẹ̀bá nǹkan mọ Adéyẹmọ Chief Sunday Adéníyì Ìgbòho, orúkọ ńlá tí ń jámọ́ láyà bí àrá, orúkọ tó ń dẹ́rù bo lórúkọ gan. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sùn o, torí bẹ́ẹ̀ bùrà a kò lè fojú kégbodò láyé, títa ríro lẹ̀dá ń kọlà, wúrà tó máa dán alànà kọjá dandan o. Ọ̀wọ́n irin ní má bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀nà, ẹ̀dá kan lè ṣì wá lọ́nà mọ́, ẹjẹ́ àfìmọ̀ṣọ kan ká lè débi re. Ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbárùkù ti Sunday Ìgbòho ṣá, ọmọ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nílùú Alágbàdo Òde, ọmọ atapẹ̀tẹ̀ wọnú omi, ọmọ gègèlè wodò sànyà, ìsànyà ò rẹ́ràn bàbá yín láàrin ìdí, omi kò síná ń kán sí yín lẹ́nu. Ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta òkè Ìgbòho, ìkan ṣe yín ní dábọ̀dàbọ̀, ìkan ní mọ́ rọra, ìkan tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n ò mọ̀ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́, kí ló dé Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ sí ọmọ òpópó sanran, ìgbàgede Ìgbòho sùn wọn láláìsí bẹ̀rẹ̀, wọ́n ní kó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀sìn ò ní bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́, bẹ́sìn bá bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho, àfikàn pọ̀pọ̀ sí amúkan yòókù bọ̀ sànyà, àtúmúyà rẹ̀ tí ò lọ́rọ̀ gbọ́, àfiṣẹ́rù wálé wàrà mòjé, ọmọ onílé ọ̀la. Àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ségesège tọ́láwọn ò ní bomi kó sí mu, wọ́n láwọn ò ní bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀, ìgbà tójú kò fi rí ńkọ́, gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kó sí mu, wọ́n sì bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀. Ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé, ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀, ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé ti ránṣọ kiri. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Sunday Ìgbòho onírèlẹ̀ láéláé, torí àbá lásán nìkan ń dá òkúta ò ṣe gbé fún wọn o. Ìmọ̀ràn lásán ni ti balùwẹ̀, kò pọ́sibú kó dòdò láyé ń bí, ó kún díẹ̀ kí tọ́ domi láéláyé, ìtọ́ mi lè domi. Sunday Ìgbòho arógun má ti dí, tó jà fẹ́tọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilé tó kó.
Group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. Except you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government. So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
So will your life be at risk now?
that they're hearing you? I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that are listening to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than individual. That is the issue. This country is bigger than individuals. Buhari will come and go. Eliminating me or killing me will not solve the problem and will not add value. But he will come and go. And somebody must come and repair the damage to the psyche of this society, the damage to the polarization, to the nepotism that I've never seen in my life. I work with all these presidents. This is the worst situation I've found myself. And believe me, internet does not forget. I was part of the people that helped to bring Buhari to government because I believe in him.
Have you worked with the government after that?
After
you helped bring
with the hope of changing the tires. It was like a film. In a GC, motley crowd of armed men in military uniform came out of the bush. They fired at the boot of the car. Ahead of us, 5 of them came out of the bush. Another 2 came from the rear. My daughter screamed, "Mommy, Daddy, what's going on?" There was no time to say a word. They marched us through into the bush, firing into the sky. They hit me on my chest, hit my daughter on her head. Blood oozed. At this time, it was better to kill me. I shouted at one of the armed men. His response was hell. He went straight for my private part, tore my dress with his gun. The others ripped my dresses. I was left with my undies. My husband and my daughter started crying. 2 of them dug their teeth into my breasts. While attending a secondary school in Adamawa, I had lived with some Fulani, so I understood a few Fulani words. I started pleading, at least for my daughter. To my shock, at gunpoint, they removed the dress of my little girl. One of them carried her on his head as a baby, on his head as my baby struggled, shouting, "Daddy, Mommy, what's going on? Help me!" I could not help myself. We marched for 9 hours. I was half naked. My daughter was totally naked. Her tears was like a stream of blood on her cheeks. Our phones had been seized. We ended up in an ungoverned region in the thick of the forest. We met a well-organized group. There were some kidnapped victims. I saw 2 women, 2 ladies and 3 men. There were some people with their legs chained to trees. They were as if half dead. We were separated. I was separated from my husband. My daughter was taken away. I only heard her screaming intermittently. I did not know what they were doing to her. These men, now about 2 dozen, had a full kitchen. They had a huge camp and a traditional medical team. How can they say they don't know where these people are? How can they say that? But the camps appeared isolated from each other. We heard noises afar, indicating it might be nuclear settlements of camps. Right in my presence, I saw them pack the remains of a woman. They took her and buried her a few meters away from us. She had tribal marks. I cannot describe the agony of 6 days in captivity in this little piece. I cannot talk about how they asked my husband to choose between myself being raped or his daughter being raped. My husband broke down in uncontrollable tears. One of them hit him saying, "Yoruba bastard, you dey cry, idiot." They now gave him an option that he should be raped by one homosexual among them. My husband, a devout Muslim. My husband is a devout Muslim. He told them that homosexual and rape of any kind was against Islam. They hit him with the butt of AK-47. What do you know about Islam? You can imagine you are being asked to choose between being raped by a homosexual, your daughter just 9 years old, or your wife being raped. They gave the fourth option. If you fail to choose one, we would rape your daughter, rape you, the man, and rape me, the wife. I made myself the sacrificial lamb. My husband begged, saying they should name any price. One of them asked him to bend down. 3 beastly criminals sat on his back, jumping until he was too weak to stand. I was not allowed to put on any additional clothes. Imagine they rape you all night and they stop you from putting on any clothes for 24 hours. The rain fell once. I became a relic at a sexual museum for the armed men who in turn addressed me and asked questions about my financial standing. New Fulani men joined the camp. They organized military training for the new Fulani men that came, teaching them how to shoot and walk through circles of glowing fire. They were not released until after 6 days. We were not released until after 6 days. We had to walk the same zigzag journey back to the main road, our eyes blindfolded. During the negotiation to pay, they said the money was not for them alone, that they had to settle those who sent them. For me, I see a thriving organized crime supported by powerful political interests. Now, I do not think we were released to freedom after paying a whopping 8 million naira. I do not think we can ever be free. We can never be free from the anguish, the psychological trauma, the nightmares we suffered, the occasional fits of my daughter, her waking up at night behaving strangely, her asking the same question over and over, Mommy, why? And I do not have an answer. In my life, I have never passed through a torture chamber like this. I do not think any society should let this happen. I do not know the fate of those we met and about 7 other people brought during the 6 days we were in captivity. What I saw was a nation that has collapsed, but pretends she lives. A people on life support. Crime is not restricted to Fulani people alone. We have Yoruba criminals, but I don't think Yoruba criminals are this beastly. These elements are savages. I can't imagine Yoruba thieves going to Sokoto or Maiduguri to kidnap Fulani people and keep them in their own bushes. It gives me mental torture that this is happening, and some people are even trying to justify or look for excuses. Well, as a devout Muslim, myself and my family have taken solace in Allah. Not the Nigerian police, not the army, not the government. We have taken our faith the way it came. This is supposed to be fate. I thank God that we successfully returned to where we live, thousands of miles from Nigeria. We thank God that we have made a vow. Never shall me, any of my children or husband in our lifetime visit Nigeria again. Our remains, anytime we die, will also not be buried in Nigeria. It was a suggestion my daughter made, which we all adopted. I pity the country. I pity her people who continuously walk like the living dead. I pity those who parade themselves as leaders because they know nothing about what is going on. and the abyss the country's sunk already. I pity Yoruba people. Oh, I pity you. I pity my people. For me, the issue is not about President Buhari. Democracy can produce anything, even the worst in the society. What I worry about is the conspiracy of silence by the people themselves, the ignorance, the treachery, and the
area, what would happen? You'd be dead. Under the British, you could go as a Muslim trader and you could live and you could spread your message of Islam. So the British enabled Islam to spread in Nigeria, and the British stopped the spread of Christianity because Lugard kept missionaries out of the north. He only let missionaries go to the parts that were not under Muslim rule, like the Jos Plateau. So the Christian church in the Middle Belt thrived in areas that had never been conquered by the House of Fulani. Why are there huge areas of the north of Nigeria deep?
Good evening, brother. What today want me Ejo flow, man? Ejo flow is like I'm gonna die tonight. Ejo, what can you tell me? What can you tell me now? Okay, Larry.
At the reward be 1.4 million, right?
I'm gonna go. I'm dying tonight. So I want me for you. I want me for you.
Anything.
Kí ni wọ́n sọ nígbà tí wọ́n pè?
Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n láwọn owó dọ̀là káwọn tó pè fún mi lówó.
Ẹjọ́ sílẹ̀ bá mi pé ẹ̀ta ìkẹsẹ̀ nọ́mbà ẹ̀ sí wọ́n kí n pè fọ́ra mi. Mo ti fẹ́ kú bí ọwọ́ mi kí wọ́n ti dè mọ́lẹ̀ ẹjọ́ flow mà. Láti gbé mọ̀ sí mi lórí ẹjọ́ nítorí náà. Wọ́n lè sẹ́ nọ́mbà ẹ̀ kí n pè é darí ilé ẹjọ́.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How work?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Ogbeni, what do you have this night?
That's what I'm saying. The money is now point.
Ogbeni, do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ogbeni, I'm not going to sleep here today. I will kill this Baba to go.
Sorry, please.
Why Baba tell you to make it with the money, you know, go bring send money for Baba, send out your own money.
I say he has asked me to talk to people and I've talked to them. If they have given me the money, why I not go bring them?
Okay, you can't waste my time, Abby.
No, besides they waste your time, oh. Please.
Okay, what do you want to do now?
The thing where they around, I'm trying to see if I can get it up to 2 million tomorrow. Make we come.
2 million.
We just get 1.4 now. You know, I told you in the afternoon when you called me, say the fee never, it don't go beyond it's less than 1 million. But now, it don't reach 1.4.
You are that 2 million, go punish you.
Sorry, sir.
They hear me?
Sir, sorry.
You and that money, God they punish you and your family.
Sorry, sir.
They talk to me, they tell me say 2 million, Abi.
Sorry, sir.
Your brother, I don't tell me say you go give me 50 million. You go talk about 2 million. No, you go talk with your dad 2 million. Not count this number tomorrow.
Sorry, sir.
What will be meaning for that? Sorry.
I just beg you now.
Now this ability I do for you.
I said the man where they there with you. Don't be say you get the money for hand. If you say you get where the money they, maybe I go just go by there, I go pick up. The bank they take loan, they do the business. So for me now to get the money, I just talk to people to help us.
Listen. Personally, give people for outside country where then go school. Who go give them money for that people who for the outside country?
Those friends where they outside country, I don't talk to them. They say they go call me. I never hear anything.
Okay. No, tomorrow. Not to call me.
I'll call you tomorrow morning.
No problem.
I'll call you tomorrow morning. Let's see what happens between now and tomorrow morning.
My eye, they don't blow no different. My flow. So, my blow no different. My hand don't tie. They don't tie my hand. No blow no the flow.
Okay. Sorry. I beg, Oga. We go give you the money. Wait now. Ọlọ́run ó tú yín sílẹ̀, Ọlọ́run ó tú ẹ sílẹ̀ ní sùúrù. Kò sówó ni.
Kò sówó kí ló dé tí bọ̀dá rẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa fún wa ní 50 million.
Àní ṣéwù ni ó fi ilẹ̀ nígbà tí ìṣe tó wá jẹ́ pé òun bá ráyè jáde nísìn ṣe wà pé yóò lọ àríjì sí báǹkì.
Ok, kí n filẹ̀ kó wá lọ arrange owó fún mi kí n dúró de rẹ̀ àbí.
Ẹ má bínú ṣùgbọ́n ètò gbà èmi àwọn èèyàn àwọn tí mò ń pè wọn ò tí ì send kankan sí mi ni. Màá tún gbìyànjú.
Kí ni solution tẹ́ fẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí? Ṣé ká pa mi àbí ká.
Ẹ má pa Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ joyè apààyàn lọ́la láàárọ̀ ọ̀la níta bá rí kákó wá mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ni.
Kò lè kó síbú ìfún ẹ máa sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ 20 ìfún 30 ẹ máa dẹ̀bẹ̀ kí yẹn tó bá di 5 naira wàhálà lè gbà torí tó ṣe bá ṣe fún.
Ẹ dákun n kò síbi tówó yẹn wà ẹgbẹ́ náà ẹ mọ bí ìlú ṣe rí.
Ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹja pàmò yìí tá bá pàmò yìí a máa wá wo ẹni tó máa jẹ owó yẹn ká wá kò ní sẹ́yìn kí òun náà ká rí mu kò lè jọ agbára wa ṣé mo how many years la fi tẹ̀lé máa yí tá a fi rí mú jọ ẹ̀.
Ẹ mọ bínú àní ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ìjọ wo ẹ jẹ́ bàbá tẹ̀ rí bíi 3 tàbá rí 3 láàárọ̀ ọ̀la ẹ jẹ́ n kó wá fún yín Ọlọ́run ràn yín lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run tẹ̀ ẹ tún rẹ́ lù míì ẹ tún rí míì.
Kò ní dáa fún yín.
Ọ̀dà mọ́ bínú.
Kò dẹ̀ ní dáa fún fámìlì yín kò sí wáyé.
Ẹ ṣe.
Mo ń sọ fún kò í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ 20 ẹ̀ ń sọ fún mi ọ̀rọ̀ 3 àbí.
Ṣé bí tówó bá wà ní nígbà tí ìṣe pówó yẹn wà.
Ẹ gbà ẹ sọ fún bọ̀dá yín kó má bìnrin kó dé ọ̀run.
Ẹ dákun.
Jẹ́ máa bẹ̀ wọ́n tọwọ́ yìí ẹgbìyànjú everything.
Ẹ dákun ẹ tú ọwọ́ yìí á rèé sí ẹ. Ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní. Ikú rẹ̀ ò ṣe yín láǹfààní. Ẹ dákun.
Ẹ̀sọ́ ń gbọ́ mi.
Sá.
Ikú rẹ̀ tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn torí kò sí òun nìkan ènìyàn. Tí n bá pa lónìí màá tún lọ gbé ìlú mi. Tí òun náà bá kú.
Kò ṣe yín láǹfààní.
Ó ṣe mí láǹfààní wàláhì. Ṣé dáàdì mi ni?
Owó yẹn ló ṣe yín láǹfààní. Ẹ jẹ́ ká bí ó ti wulẹ̀ kó kéré mọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ká sì fún yín kẹ́ ẹ sì fi ilẹ̀ kó lè lọ tọ́jú ara rẹ̀.
Kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ fílọ̀ fún even kò ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ 20 ò lè gbà lọ́wọ́ mi.
20 kò sí ni tó bá ń bẹ kí ló dé.
Mi ò lè gbà.
Nǹkan tí mò ń sọ fún mi fún rẹ̀ mo serious ní aláìtàlá. Tẹ̀ náà ṣé bí àwọn ti máa ń lọ sí Òṣòdì ní Chevron láti Chevron.
Ṣé bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kò máa gbọ́ nǹkan tó ń sọ ni? Ṣé kò dúró ni àbí kí ni? Sọ fún pé kó drop ẹ̀ náà.
Okay, ṣe. Irọ́ kò dúró báwo like kò yé mi. Ó dúró gbé mi so kò gbé anybody mi lọ. Èmi nìkan ló gbé ọ̀pọ̀ tí mò ń sọ nìyẹn.
Ṣó ti wá dúró? Ṣó ti dúró? Èèyàn mélòó ló ti wá gbé báyìí?
Ẹ̀yin pátápátá ni mo wà. Ọ̀rẹ́ gbogbo fẹ́lẹ̀ dá rẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin mo wà ṣàyẹ̀ pátápátá bò kò lè gbọ́ mi. Lọ sí méjì mẹ́rin.
Ṣé wọn nìkan lóbìnrin ni àbí obìnrin míì ṣì wà ń bẹ̀? Ṣọ́kùnrin làwọn èèyàn náà àbóbìnrin?
Àwa méjì lóbìnrin. Obìnrin ẹyọ kan ọkùnrin 3.
Okay náà mo ti gbọ́. Ṣé màá bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ o? Bá a sì délé kò jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Bá a sì bọ́ lẹ́nu mọ́tò yẹn kò jẹ́ kí n mọ̀. Afa ibo ló ti wá dé? Mo ń pè ó pick up why now? Pick up kéèyàn tiẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe ń lọ.
Good morning and welcome back to the studio after 2 hours of taking us back through many of the reasons why we must now say to the Yoruba politicians, somebody will have to die between us and you. Tell the Yoruba politicians, it's either we die or you will die. Day 13 of the Yoruba Nation Mega Rally. Either one of us will have to die. Either going to 2027, there will be calamity, chaos, and crisis across the Southwest. We have given you enough time, and I don't believe that we're going to give you any more time going forward. We are not going to give you any single more time. Bet my life with this. We will destroy every goddamn thing to make us to be free. It's just a matter of time. You might think that we are quiet. You might think that we are stupid. You might think that we do not know what we are going to do. But we have a lot that we will do before 2027. You have created monsters. And each one of you will be dealt with. Your time is more like a countdown. As often we want Yoruba politicians in the Southwest. Going forward into this election, we will fight each other blood for blood. Somebody will die between us and you. So prepare your mind very well. It's either you die or we die, so that Yoruba Nation will become a full country. We will continue to listen to our father, Baba Kitoye, but be rest assured that it will only take a bit more time before things goes into the other way around. Tell the Yoruba politicians, the governors, those that are intending to campaign going to 2027, we will burn things down. We will put crisis. There will be danger across Yoruba land. There's no doubt about it. Quote me. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. You have destroyed Yoruba land because of your own selfish interest. You have put us in the line of fire. And that is why I have given us 2 hours. Activities that have taken place across Yoruba land, and you've all mute and kept us in danger. As the Fulani continue to invade Yoruba land, the Yoruba economy is going into crisis, and you think we will sit back. Ojombo, kò ṣe tó máa pẹ́ mọ́. Ojombo, kò ṣe tó máa pẹ́ mọ́. It's just a matter of time. A very good morning. Have a blessed day. Bye for now.